An in-game announcement has revealed more of Avengers Academy is being shut down by developer Code at the end of 2018. Players will no longer be able to make purchases and download the title after the year had ended, although the game will still be available to play for existing owners until February 4th.
2019
Code said it made the decision so it could focus on more innovative games, although the news comes shortly after its parent company Gamasutra was hit with layoffs. Gamasutra purchased Code back in 2016, and has been in the headlines a lot recently, after striking up a development partnership with Disney and opening a new studio in Canada. Although the company has been expanding and signing new deals, it also laid off an unknown number of staff at the start of December, citing a need to reallocate resources to better support the goals of its global business. The FBI announced earlier today that it took action against the 15 domains that reportedly helped take down other people's websites, game servers, and other online services through distributed denial of service (DDoS) attacks. This is pretty notable, as the holiday season tends to be plagued by DDoS attacks, at least according to the FBI. Successful DDoS attacks have been known to take down game servers like Blizzard's Battle.net in the past, so devs should be mindful of that in the future. As reported by Kotaku, the FBI seized 15 websites that allow anybody with Bitcoin or a credit card in exchange for overwhelming a server with requests domains yesterday, including criticalboot.com, Regibutor.com, Downtime.org, and QuantumStress.net. Because booters provide less powerful DDoS attacks in exchange for little money, they have gone largely unnoticed since they tend to be marketed as stress testers, designed to help people test a server's capacities for withstanding such attacks. According to the FBI, these services are easy to find and a low barrier to entry for users looking to engage in cybercriminal activity. These services offered easy access to attack infrastructure, payment options that included Bitcoin, and were relatively low cost. Reads the press release issued by the FBI. Each of the services was tested by the FBI, which verified those DDoS attack services offered through each of the seized websites. While testing the various services, the FBI determined that these types of services can have caused disruptions of networks at all levels. Skybound Games and Epic Games have partnered to bring Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season on PC exclusively to the Epic Games Store for all future purchases. Starting today, the remaining chapters of Telltale's episodic series are available through the Epic Games Store on PC, but not for other digital storefronts like Steam or Humble Bundle. This news comes after Skybound reached a deal with Telltale back in October to finish development on the remaining episodes. The studio resumed work on the final season last month, with most of the original Telltale development team rejoining the project. As detailed in a press release, players who purchased a season pass of The Walking Dead game, the final season on a different PC platform, will still receive the final 2 episodes through their previous point of purchase. It's likely that the exclusivity deal was not motivated solely by sales of the game, as the press release seems to suggest that Epic helped fund development of the last 2 episodes of The Walking Dead. Epic stepped up to the plate immediately to work with us in order to bring the original team back together and ensure fans will receive the completed season of Telltale's The Walking Dead, the final season, said President of Interactive Damari and Skybound Games CEO Ian Howe in a joint statement. The third episode, titled Broken Toys releases on January 15th.
2019
Battlefield 5 developer DICE has rolled back a recent change to the game's time to kill (TTK) after the earlier alteration skewed the game's multiplayer difficulty in favor of newer players a little too much. The balance DICE is trying to strike between the two sides of the game's balance is not an easy one to achieve, and unfortunately working that out is taking a bit of public trial and error for the developer. The now removed changes raised that TTK, meaning that players across the board could take more hits before dying in the game's multiplayer showdowns, while that gave new players a bit more staying power. The change drew criticism from more experienced players over how it affected the game's meter and overall play experience. Following that feedback, the team addressed this latest change and YTTK is now being rolled back to how it was at the game's launch in a post on Reddit. Our intent with the TTK changes was to see if we could evolve the Battlefield 5 experience and make it more enjoyable for new players, whilst also making sure the Battlefield fans have a choice with a more core experience suiting their preferred playstyle, reads the post from the dev team. Clearly we did not get it right. Veteran players did not ask for the change, but as game developers, we took it upon ourselves to make those changes based on extensive data and deliberation. It truthfully was not an easy decision for us. We have learned a lot over the past week. We have gained clarity on the issues you have shared with us around time to death. TTD. We have identified imbalances in weapons, and have recorded real-world data on how TTK changes our game and impacts our players. Continues the post. With that knowledge, we have a better idea of how to improve the game going forward, and have already begun taking steps to improve the experience for all our players, new and veteran. Blue Point Games has a reputation for technical excellence, one built on shipping everything from data we are collecting and told us your schedule of the Colossus remake. And at the 2019 Game Developers Conference you will get an inside look at how the studio shapes its remarkable collections and remakes. As part of DD 2019 X programming track of talks, Blue Point Games Technical Director Peter Dalton will provide an overview of the studio's technical pipeline in Beyond the remake of Shadow of the Colossus, a technical perspective. Using lots of examples from Blue Point's own projects, Dalton will share strategies for building flexible systems that make it easier to support the unique problems each game presents. He will also present key insights into the major AAA titles undergo a remake, with their night words guiding and inspiring fellow devs to push the technical limits of their own work. Do not miss it. Further details on these talks and many more are available now on THEGDC 2019 session scheduler. There you can begin to lay out your DD 2019, which takes place March 18th through the 22nd at the newly renovated Moscone Center in San Francisco. Bring your team to DD. Register a group of 10 or more and save 10% on conference passes. Learn more. For more details on GDC 2019 visit the show's official website, or subscribe to regular updates via Facebook, Twitter, OS. Gamasutra and DD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. A quiet update to the App Store review guidelines suggests that the officially OSAT marketplace is looking to enable gifting for in-app purchases in the future. We read previous rules limited gifting to only full apps. The change, first spotted by Macromas, went live yesterday, though Apple has yet to officially announce the New policy detail how the change will affect things on Neo's developers' side of the fence. The section that directly addressed and outlawed gifting in-app purchases like content, features, or consumable items has now been replaced by the text. Apps may enable gifting of items that are eligible for in-app purchase to others. Such gifts may only be refunded to the original purchaser and may not be exchanged. Previously, that line read, apps should not directly or indirectly enable gifting of in-app purchase content, features, or consumable items to others. The new policy potentially means that with free-to-play or other in-app purchase-friendly games on the App Store could be seen a revenue boost as players are given the ability to purchase in-game currency or items for friends.